Welcome to Graeme Games. My name's Graeme. This is a game. This is a very first early alpha look at Picayune Dreams. I'm just going to jump right in because things kind of get going quickly, and it should be familiar to anyone who's been swept up in the new craze of games like Vampire Survivors. So you have different options of where you want to head to. I'm going to head to this top left one, sure, why not? And that kind of kicks off your starting point of where an individual run is going to lead. Mellow Melt. So you will start attacking automatically, you aim with your mouse. You can see that as you're killing things, they start spitting off these numbers. That is actually the experience. So then you can hop in there and collect that up. There's the ring around the outside of the screen there that's tracking how close you are to leveling up, and then the screen will present you with different options. I love this thing. It reminds me of like StarCraft 1, the way it shows you where these things will attach. So you have the Digiwatch, the injection, and the leg saw. I will go with the leg saw. So now I just shoot out these little saws every now and again. They'll just deal a little bit extra damage. I could try and actually hit something. Yeah, they did about 40, whereas my regular shot only does about 10. You can start collecting things you already have, and they will further add to your power and ability. I'll try and break apart some of the space debris. There should be some stuff inside there for me. But already we're reaching a point where I have to start threading the enemies a little bit more actively to get at it. The game slows down, like, to a fraction of 1% or whatever, so it still technically is like running, but I would have to sit here for an hour before anything would be able to touch me. So you have time here. The Hydrosolator, the Leg Saw version 2, and the Angel Wings. Let's throw some wings on. I think they have to do with, like, after you get hit, you get a light dash. It's something like that. Alright, I'm gonna go chase down this satellite and try and break it apart. I don't think the box had anything for me. Oh, I don't know if that one ended up having anything either. That's too bad. I feel motivated to try and break that stuff up to maybe gain like an extra little bit of an advantage, but that also means that's time spent not killing enemies. Oh god, some of the things that actually fight back are starting to arrive, other than just continually progressing towards you. So a big thing that this game is going for is the combination of bullet heaven, kind of the emergent genre that people are using to describe things like Vampire Survivors. I'm going to grab the dagger glove. That'll make that big sweeping attack that you see there. Bullet heaven is that style of like roguelike where you are dealing infinite damage and like you are the bullet hell. And then bullet hell, because it's actually just going to spam loads and loads and loads of attacks at you that you have to be mindful of and constantly dodging around, in addition to the enemies that you're dodging around. This, I wanted to jump into things quickly, so I skipped around this and I figured I could dig into it as I was playing the game. This is actually being published by Two Left Thumbs, but it's a little bit different from any other project that Two Left Thumbs has published, in that I basically got in touch with Stepford and through that Andyland and milkypossum and was like, hey, we should make a game. They were into this idea. We just went from there. So as opposed to every other game, let me pick something. I'll pick the eyeball so I have this nice fancy laser to shoot things with. And then I should probably start trying to double up on items to improve them. But that'll be really helpful with that cluster of enemies down there. But yeah, as opposed to working with developers who already had a game in progress and then stepping in to try and help them kind of take it to the next stage, this one we started from scratch. I walked in with a bit of funding, a hair of a concept of maybe wanting to make something within this genre, and from there, it's basically entirely been them. See, there was the little speed boost I got after getting hit thanks to the wings. I will go with the leg saw. That's the only one that'll be an upgrade from what I had previously. Oh my god, the tougher enemies are starting to get a little sketchy. These guys are wigging me out big time, the way that they're like piling on against me. Okay, I gotta punch through here so I can gather up all this experience that I'm missing. I don't want to wander too far from any of that. Andy has basically been fully in charge of the enemy designs and everything, and I love watching him kind of just go nuts with it. Just like whatever weird idea in this surrealist space environment. Like, what are these? What are these weird fish things? I couldn't tell you. I don't even know if he could tell you. But I'm obsessed with how unique and like, it's not like, oh yeah, okay, it's fantasy or it's medieval. It's like, what is the theme of this game? It's hard to pinpoint. Surrealist, dream, space, infinite universe-ness is the theme. And then Stepford, they've been in charge of putting together all the programming and everything, all these bullet patterns and the interactivity. That all comes down to Step. The IV bag, I'm guessing, is like added health. I don't remember what they all do offhand, honestly. The halo, sure, I'll grab the halo. That looks like a little protective shield. And then milkypossum has been doing the soundtrack, and everything she's shared of this bright core stuff, that like what you're hearing now, has just been unreal. And the deeper in the game we get, the more it ramps up, and just every soundtrack, every new addition, oh god, it's flawless. Oh god, I'm pinched in so badly. Yeah, I just can't. I'm so wonderfully impressed with what everyone's been putting forward for this game. I am so excited that we're finally at a point where we can feel like we can start showing it off to people. And I will definitely have links down below. You guys can wishlist it now. We don't know precisely when it'll be available. Probably sometime early-ish 2023. I'm going to upgrade my eyeball for a little bit more direct damage to deal out. Let me try and thread around. We got this freaky skull thing coming in now, too. Lots of enemy variety, actually. And I like the way they start layering, where you're still seeing some of the earliest ones. I think if you get too close to those fish, they like dash at you. I actually have this ability too. You can, that's what the 3 out of 3 is at the top there. You can, if you feel extra threatened, use this big bomb to get yourself out of there. I'll go back to the leg. And one thing that I couldn't really show off there, I'll find an opportunity for. There's an extra feature of the big bomb that I'm super excited about. It's super cool, but I'll use that when the time is right. Incoming transition, we've crossed the threshold of enemies of this area here. It's tied to the time, I believe, so 5 minutes. You kind of have to clear out the last of what's straggling behind, and then, I've found you, Syl. I don't recognize you. Oh no, did you lose your mind as well? Are you able to clarify? There's no time. We have to find the carrots before they run away. Carrots? Too late. Too late. They're angry at you, Syl. You have to repent. You've been corrupted, rabbit. Leave me be. There's actually like quite a bit of lore to this game, and it won't be apparent at this stage in this alpha. We're focusing on the gameplay, the combat, and things. Here, this is the other function that has. You turn it into a gravity well, you suck up all their bullets, and you can spit them back at them, but you still have to aim, so it's a little bit tricky. I'm pretty impressed with myself threading some of those. I'm not always very good at threading some of these bullet patterns. This one's a little bit easier to deal with, and the eyeball, as long as I focus on directing that laser at the rabbit, then it's, if some of my like other weapons incidentally make contact, I'll be happy with that. Ah, damn it, I didn't quite thread it. Oh god, oh god. Okay, I'm doing this one more time, and I'm getting like point blank so I can fire them all back at rabbit. No missing there. Huge sweep of damage. Oh, there's a little bit of a window there where you can like get into the swing of what the pattern's doing. It's basically just that red orb at the center of Syl that you're avoiding getting hit. Like, you yourself take up quite a bit of space on screen, but it's just that central core that you're trying to make sure it doesn't get hit. Damn, I'm pretty hurt. I'm thinking I can push through this, but it'll be a little tricky. I've used up my grenades, so I don't have that to rely on. Those, oh, come on. Those come down to pickups, like the same way I picked up health earlier. I believe grenades drop now and again. You can pick those up. The boss music, as if the rest of the soundtrack isn't fantastic. I really do feel like the boss music is where Melky's soundtrack kicks it up full steam. You can see the cracks around the screen are from me getting my ass kicked a little bit. So once I heal up, that shouldn't be there anymore. Just freaking out hard, blowing up into bits. Threat terminated. You could like run into it, like boot it away. There's a little bit of actual physics there. I can take the next level of dagger glove. Just bash some of those limbs around. What do we got here? Weird triangle guy, skull guy, triangle guy, skull guy, and floaty head dealy. And I don't even know what that little tumbling drum is. Let's go skeleton head and triangle guys, because I think the triangle guys are just absolutely hilarious. Neon respite. Everything here is bigger and moves much slower. So each area has its own like randomized modifier that you have a chance to encounter. Sometimes they're regular, but a lot of the time you will encounter these modifiers. So everything is quite giant. The bullets look like they're regular size, but even with like these little things here, the standard starting weird floaty hole enemy, they are made bigger as well. The triangle guys crack me up. I just love them. When they get near to you, they do that little spin and then they dash at you. So you kind of got to be careful. You don't want too many of those to like pile up and overwhelm you. I'm trying to circle my way in towards the experience. I don't want to let any of that go to waste. The sooner I can get some additional upgrades, the better here. I don't really have the opportunity to like relax, chill. There's not really a point in this game where you become so overpowered that you can just camp and do nothing. There's things that radiate around you similar to like garlic, but we didn't want people to have the ability to just do nothing and just like get away with it. Not gonna work. Battery adds projectile speed, and the Digitwatch has lowered cooldown, so I'll use my abilities a little bit more often. Obviously, with things being an alpha here, more weapons, more pickups, more interactions, more everything is going to be added. But there's already like a pretty healthy supply of things so far. But the main thing is going to be balancing. Every single time you add anything to a game like this, you now have to reevaluate how it fits into the larger game, and if it tips things too far into your favor versus the game's, and like if you can just cheese a run. Like if there's a certain build that is inarguably better than the rest, then obviously you're just going to attempt to get that every time and win and work towards whatever larger goals, completing the game and so on. So we want to make sure that that's not the case. Oh god, I broke open that box and there was a thing in it, and I got to try and make it up to that, and I totally just rammed through some bullets. I knew that was going to be a risk. Okay, that was a big grenade, so I'm going to take that and try and wipe things out. The chain belt, I'll do the chain belt just to show off. That's the one that actually does circle around you, fire all those projectiles back at all of them. That's the one that kind of acts as the garlic for when things get near, but it's not super strong. It might bail you out if an enemy was like mostly hurt by the time it reaches you, or it was just weaker to begin with. But like things will still push through it, so you can't sit on it too much there. Oh, that was a foolish move by me. Oh, big dose of experience there that I apparently missed. HP, max HP, and heal. Oh, it only heals like the tiniest little bit. But that might come in handy. You know, you take like 10 damage at a time. That gives me one more hit that I can survive. Let me circle my way back in here. I'm not going to make it anywhere near this ridiculous experience pool. Come on. Zip. Slide on through. You got it, Syl. I believe in ya. Maybe I should have saved up the gravity bomb, but I felt like I needed it. Oh god. That wall of hands scared the hell out of me, but it actually wasn't too bad. A next iteration of the weird fish monster thing. Ultra Buster. Let's see. How do I interpret these? Cannon. You have a cannon type attack. Whatever. I'll add that. More things to blast outwards. That might even affected like my starting base attack. I'm not entirely certain there. Damn it. They don't always have stuff in them, and it's not very often apparently that they actually do. I would love a health pickup. Oh. The dash is actually really useful. It makes the wings quite handy. But, you know, anytime there's like the simultaneous feeling of like, ah, shit, well, I shouldn't be getting hit at all. Okay, I'm not even going to try and go for that barrel. I'm just going to focus on circling in on this and trying to get as much out of that as I can. Lowered cooldown. I just want to maximize my damage output as much as I can. I thought that triangle guy was going to get me that time for sure. I got it. Maybe I need to be focus firing the ones that can fire projectiles, because they scare me. They tend to cause a lot of trouble. There's so many enemy types that are like dashing at me right now. Oh, good pickup range. Oh, damn it. I flew a little too close in there. I think I got hit, but I think my health is also where I thought I had left it. Another type of weapon that has knockback, it looks like. The weapon size? Maybe I boost my weapon size, or I just get the dagger and worry about like damage output. You can see I'm shooting blades in like multiple directions. I got 3 of them per round. That would be from upgrading those. Oh, dang it. Do you know what? That's the second time that's happened, at least. Where my keyboard, this is like my first time using a brand new keyboard, and it clearly has limitations on how many buttons I can hold at once. I'll probably have to turn that off. But now and again, I like hit a wall that is my keyboard glitching out and like not allowing me to add an additional button that I'm pressing. Oh, come on. I gotta live through this wave of enemies. Luckily, no new things are spawning. So if I kind of play it safe from a distance here, I should be able to clear out this map. Round my way in slowly, safely, gather up some more experience. I could add the devil wings. I could have wings on wings. Leg saw, or the missile pack. The missile pack sounds fun and ridiculous. Like, you don't have a lot of control over it. A pulse. Very interesting. A pulse is interesting? From your body. Yes. I'm still learning about it myself. Lend it to me, and I'll tell you everything you want to know. I'll try not to waste anything. You're welcome to try and take it from me. Try? Maybe those should be made a different color or something so it's easier to tell who's saying what. The puck rack. I think I do want like just additional outputs, because this boss is gonna storm me like crazy. Runs circles around you, has all these bullets to avoid. I just want to keep my distance, but you have to break apart all these segments, so there's quite a bit to have to worry about. Sweeping up. The laser actually seems like it's super useful, that I can line up a lot of things and deal a lot of damage. Just gotta escape those rings as they close in. Oh no, no, my shield. I think my shield saved me. That's totally what had happened before, I think, where I thought I got hit and I got the speed boost. So that was really clutch there. Having the speed boost to bail and the shield to help me survive that while I'm at like minimal health. Oh, that run-in was a narrow miss. Another new track again as things go just out of control. Oh, we've nearly taken out a few segments. I'm a little bit scared to break it in the middle, because then it does split into numerous worms that act independent of one another, and you gotta start worrying about a little bit extra. But I don't really have much of a say in it. It's mostly just about doing damage. Yeah. You broke apart multiple parts of the head there. That's going really well. I'm really stoked on that. That went phenomenally. There's a break apart. Now they're going to be operating separate from one another. You can see the little worms, like wires that broke out of it. I love that as like a little detail, little doodads going on there. I think the puck is the thing that keeps coming back to me. Oh, the double worm there messed me up. I think my shield must have recovered. That's the only reason I think I'm still alive here. Oh no, the little one has different bullet patterns. So now I have that extra little thing to worry about. Oh, I was too slow. Too slow. Dang it. Getting drug off into the void. Warning, there are several issues that need to be resolved. Probably within the game, but that's not saying that like anything went wrong with the game. It's more just like a readout of stats for your radar, whatever you have going on. All the things you collected. Profile 1, experience 0. There's the experience earned. Now up to level 3. Press spacebar, escape, or start to restart the system. So, with that experience, oh nice, there's a little reminder there to go check that out. You can go to the loadout, which, using that experience, I think I have 2 to spend here. So RGB genetics, you will occasionally encounter an evolved rainbow enemy that majorly increased HP, but capable of dropping goodies. So, a more difficult thing in the game, but higher reward. And then meal to go, defeating a powerful foe will make them drop 3 HP worth of vials. Black atomization, just thinking of Dwayne Johnson there. Enemies surrounding your black hole will be dragged into its depths. The driller enhancement, every time a boss is slain, they will drop an injectable drill that will provide a powerful buff and a slight nerf. And the solenoid infusion magnetic pickups will also trigger all other pickups to come towards you. I think I will go towards the HP one because that seems like it would really bail you out. And that opens up some more options further down the tree. So far, fairly limited in what there is. You would be able to unlock all of that after just a few runs, but it should give a sense of what all is available in the game. Those different modifiers, the different enemy types that are clustered in different sections. Like, there's so many different areas to which this game can be expanded. So we're having this early preview of things right now, like a private look. It's not publicly available, but you can wishlist it on Steam. And we're hoping to have the game available in the near-ish future. You know, follow along, keep an eye out for updates, and then, you know, we feel really confident and really happy with this game, and we think it could be something really special. We're looking forward to working with the community, getting their feedback, and building on it from there. Thank you all so much for watching. Picayune Dreams, check it out for yourself, and I hope to see you again soon.